Today's episode is sponsored by Black Falcon. I'm currently wearing one of their hoodies and I must say it feels lovely. They don't just do hoodies, they have a range of streetwear and casual wear items, tops, jogging bottoms, jackets, all sorts. Make sure you check them out at www.blackfalcon.co.uk or you can click the link in our description. Use code BALLTALK10 to get yourself 10% off at checkout.
This episode is sponsored by TornSports.com and I've got a lovely pair of sliders here, every footballer's dream. What else do they do, Lewis?
They do grip socks, all heights. So,
nice.
They've got the ankle ones. And they actually do, I don't know, the footballers' trend these days is where they have the little cut in the back of their match day socks.
Yeah.
So they do them as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so they do plenty of different socks and obviously sliders. So.
That's sick. Yeah, these sliders are very nice. If you want to grab yourself anything, head over to TornSports.com and get yourself something nice.
Welcome back to Ball Talk with me, Lewis Bryon, and today I'm joined as always by striker for St Albans, Ken Charles, and presenter Noah Jones. Boys, today we're going to be talking Arsenal's 2-0 win over Leicester, and also discussing how we think they should go about managing their injury crisis, their starting 11 and how they should play out through the season.
Yep.
And then we'll finish off talking about United and Spurs. Shambles versus shambles.
Yeah.
Right, let's get on to Arsenal though. Let's start with Merino. Because, again, no striker. He comes on and bags too.
Yep.
What was your reaction to that?
Well, the funny thing was, I did a video on my TikTok earlier in the week saying apparently Merino's going to be a striker. And everyone was like, this can't happen. This is our season done. At 96 minutes, I got about 7 comments going, what are you saying now, boy? After he bagged 2. It's a weird one, isn't it? Because the first one's a good header, but you'd expect a fair amount of Premier League players to score that. Second one's a good finish. Quick cross, bouncing just in front of him, and he slots it bottom corner on his weak foot.
Yeah, it might be. Was it weak?
He uses left.
Left.
Yeah.
Is he left foot? Is he right footed?
I thought he was right footed.
Yeah. But, mate, I just thought the finishes, regardless of how easy they were or weren't, they did look very composed.
Yeah.
And we're not used to having someone that composed in front of goal.
Just ruthless, isn't it? Half chance back of the net.
Yeah.
No sort of...
I think did he have 2 chances, 2 shots on target?
There was no second guessing in his mind, was there?
Yeah, hitting them with confidence and stuff. No, they're very impressive. Like you said, the first one, good header, but you wouldn't look at that and think, all of a sudden it's a centre forward. But the second finish is a good finish.
It's a tough
a lot
finish,
of strikers.
that.
You'd expect Premier strikers to bury those, but not 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Those, especially it's bounced up just as he's hit it, that can go over so easily.
Does Havertz miss that?
I mean,
I don't back him to score.
Yeah.
I don't if that cross comes into him, I'm not thinking goal.
Yeah, I agree.
I reckon he can score. Obviously, he's not terrible.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't score.
And I think with the header, although it was easy, a good finish can make something like that look easy.
It wasn't easy.
It's not
he's generated the power.
Havertz missed.
He's missed
a
3
couple
headers
of
in one game.
At least one of them was just as easy as that.
Yeah.
I think does it make you think that we just needed either a freshen up of a striker? So because we're so used to just Havertz, we're not sure what the standard is around it with the chances we create.
Yeah, potentially. I do think there's a thing of a lot of Arsenal fans don't love Merino, but factually, technically, he's very good.
I like him.
You see him on the turn, you see his first touch, he's very good. He might not end up being the playing style we need or the workhorse that we see from Odegaard and things. So maybe that's why Arsenal fans don't like him. Technically, very good, experienced, composed player. So you put him in front of goal, and actually, you may back him now. I think there is a case of needing a freshen up. With Havertz comes a lack of confidence, and you saw that in some of his misses. Merino doesn't have that because he's never played there, does he? So it's go up front and do what you can, and he's done what he can.
And there's no thinking or overthinking.
There's no expectation either.
Yes.
No one's thinking, you've got to score. He'd just be bro, I don't play.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He said it after the game, didn't he?
He said it I don't want to play her
but
again.
He also said,
he's going to have to.
He said, I don't expect to play her again. And all the fans were like, we expect you to, brother.
You should expect to play there, mate.
The thing is, on this, 2 good goals, obviously won us the game. I'm not sure Arteta will then look at that and think you're guaranteed.
Do you not?
No, I think he's still going to...
Always an option.
Yeah, it's going to be basically an option. If you listen to him after the game, he said they got to a point where Leicester were pinned in their box.
Yeah.
And he thought now's the time to bring him on.
I get that.
His physical presence in the box and stuff.
Yeah.
Very good. He won't suit every game as a striker.
Of course not.
Especially, for example, if the opposition's playing very high up.
He's got no pace.
Yeah, but Havertz has no pace.
That's true. Yeah.
Havertz ain't slow.
He's not slow, but
He's
He's quicker than Marino.
He's never like.
He's not blistering. He's not
They've
quick.
never been high pressing us, and we've gone long, and he's gone in behind. He's
No, I know what you mean.
laying it off.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But Marino will be worse at that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Leicester
I think it just gives us an extra option because we were looking at the front three the other day and thinking, before the game, right, that's our front three for the season. Right?
Yeah.
Like Sterling, Nwaneri and Trossard.
Yeah.
You're thinking, right, if one of these gets injured now. Whereas now it means, okay, you've got an extra player. Just use them more sparingly. Because I don't think we can afford to just go, these three are just going to play. We tried that.
Yeah.
Havertz got injured. We tried that. Martinelli got injured. So he's going to have to use all of them, depending on the game.
Yeah, I think. Sorry, just on what you're saying about like composed and he's a good technical player, Merino. When I was under 18 at Palace, I remember the manager saying to me like we were practicing finishing, and he basically said like if you're a good passer, you can be a good finisher.
That is so true.
Absolutely.
Especially when it's like off 1 and 2 touch, because if you've got a good pass, you'll have a good touch. It is the same thing.
Yeah, 100%.
So it doesn't surprise me to see a composed finish like that.
Yeah.
But that's where the fact that he's got no pressure
Comes
helps.
in, yeah.
Because usually it's exactly the same as a pass, except the pressure comes with it of I need to put this in the back of the net.
Yeah.
And that's when people miss. Otherwise, technically, like even Havertz,
Yeah.
technically very sound player. You'd see him in training, he'd put those chances away.
Yeah.
All the time. Match day comes and there's a weight that comes with putting the ball in the back of the net, a weight that comes of the previous misses of the past few games. Marino obviously didn't have any of that.
100%.
So hopefully we can use that to advantage because now he's scored 2. He should be full of confidence.
Yep.
Next game, if he picks up from where he left off from, there's not long left in the season, so hopefully he can take advantage of that confidence.
Yeah.
What did you think of Nwaneri? He got man of the match, didn't he?
Yeah.
It's starting to think like I remember you were saying stick him in.
Bro, I was
going to say this is one of the times where you was right. From well.
What do you mean one of the times? You mean all of them?
The
I know what you
only-
mean, yeah. The only time.
You also said Marino was going to come and be our second.
Yeah, I did say that. Yeah,
To be fair, he's done better than I thought. Marino's better than.
No, I knew he'd be all right.
Yeah.
He said he was going to come and like bench Partey basically.
Yeah, he's better higher up. It seems.
Yeah. Seems that way. No, look.
It's going to bench Havertz.
Nwaneri is an absolute joke, and I did want him to play earlier. I do understand though throwing a 17-year-old in. I mean, we see he got slightly injured, didn't he, after about a month? So
I think this has been perfect.
Yeah. The introduction of a 17-year-old, you don't want to throw them in. You're playing 25 games this season, do you? You want to ease them in gradually. But technically, man, he is a joy to watch. It's like Saka V2, isn't it?
It's like a Saka crossed with Odegaard, really.
Yeah. Because he's an attacking midfielder by trade, isn't he?
Yeah, but he looks just as good out on the right.
Yeah.
I think he's got to play as a forward in terms of
One
the
of
way.
the- yeah.
Like I see him as a 10, but the way he's so explosive and likes to get shots off, I think as a forward he'd be very dangerous. As in one of the three, basically, because
there's not many players that have that ability to, even though you know they're going down the right or the left, you know they're going to cut in, but they still manage to do the defender and shoot. Saka does it. Robben used to do it. It was his trademark finish. He does it as well. You know he's cutting in, but yet the defender can't get near him.
Because he chucks an odd one down the line as well.
Exactly,
Yes. On his right.
On his weak foot.
That's what gets the defender.
Yeah.
It's like, right, oh shit, he's just gone on his right now and nearly scored.
Yeah.
Next time, you actually don't know where he's going. Like, you know, he wants to cut in, but you can't like completely block him cutting in because then he'll just go on his right. And
you're so true.
Score. So when a player can do that, like literally chuck an odd one in, it's scary.
Yeah, it really is.
Does it as.
So when Saka comes back at any next season, this season, what do we do with Nwaneri?
Well, Saka's gonna. I mean, it's not really as good as Nwaneri's been. Saka comes back and plays in his
Obviously,
position unless he falls off.
But I think Nwaneri's got to be in the team.
But yeah, that's what I was going to
Do
say.
you then
Put him on
put
the other
Odegaard
side.
as an
It's starting
8?
to
Do you
get
put
into
him as a
place
10?
Where you're going to have to find. If he keeps them performances up, he's going to have to play somewhere.
Got to.
And because he's versatile, it's good.
Yeah.
Like if he was literally like Saka out and out right winger, then we'd actually have. Maybe just put him on the other side, but it'd be a lot more.
His left-footed strike though
He
is.
can play in one
Just-
of the 8s. He
can
play
he-
on the right. So
Can he? Like I was thinking when you were saying he obviously like how good he is at winger. I was thinking should he have replaced Odegaard when he was injured?
yeah.
a bit slight and gone in.
It was the debate.
Yeah, I think he should have.
Said it. He said that we'd have more points now if we'd done that. It's hard to say. I mean, it's easy to just look back and say, yeah, if you'd have played him then, maybe he'd have got injured. And
exactly. Yeah, 100%.
You know
yeah.
I mean? So it's
but
like,
is he one of them players as a midfielder like Odegaard does when he plays in the 8-10, where he drops deep and creates the game as well and like gets the game ticking? Can he go? Can he do that? Can he like dictate the play?
But that's why for me, Odegaard at the minute, and there's a lot online that Odegaard isn't what he used to be, which I think is ridiculous. Yeah. But Odegaard nowadays, there's a lot of talk.
What?
Odegaard nowadays for me.
Watching, man.
I wish I was you and like just you're usually not. You don't see this.
Old man.
No, I don't. And I'm just like, it's
I'm old man.
He doesn't use technology. The thing I don't hate the idea of Odegaard slightly deeper. Right, Odegaard as an 8 is very good at keeping the ball. Is very good at slowing the game down. If he's running back with 3 players, he can turn them all, calm it down. I don't hate him as an 8 and Nwaneri's a 10 because I want Nwaneri to be able to operate on that right hand side so he can use his left-footed shot.
It's not a bad shot.
Rice 6, Odegaard 8, Nwaneri 10.
I just love the way Odegaard starts the press.
Yeah, that's the difference. That's the difference, isn't it?
Can he do that?
Yeah, different players, but it's a good place. I mean, we need depth, and if you can have a quality player like that, you've just got for free.
Yeah.
You're laughing.
Silly.
That's what him, Saka, Lewis Skelly.
Yeah.
3 of
academy.
That are going to be your biggest players in a minute.
Yeah.
For free. That's a good look on the academy.
Yeah. Very good. Hayland.
Yeah. Boys.
Before the goals obviously went in, so it was obviously 2-0. Before the goals went in, was you concerned at all with Arsenal?
I kind of...
Obviously, we had concerns going in because we've got no striker.
I kind of completely expected it to be a horrendous game of football to watch, and it was. Right, Leicester aren't very exciting. We have hardly any forwards. It was going to be a horrible game. It wasn't going to be a spectacle to view. It wasn't going to be entertaining. Yeah. But I think seeing, and this is no disrespect to Sterling and Trossard, they were offside 12 times in the game. I know what they're trying to do. Let's use our pace to get ourselves up because we haven't got an out and out striker. But my word, it was really frustrating. It was really, really frustrating to see.
Yeah, Sterling's just, he's struggling bad, man, isn't he? He is struggling, and I don't see how I hear people say confidence. I don't know if it is just a confidence thing. I think it's more of a
that will play a part.
It'll play a part,
but you won't be confident right now.
He won't be that confident, but I still think it's like I know confidence is mindset, but more of a mindset just to want to do well.
Do you think it's that?
I really do. I really do.
You think he's not motivated?
It's possible, but I just it's
like there's little things where it's like whether this is because he's not been in the team for a while, but just the speed you get the ball and pass it.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah. Every time he gets it, it will slow down massively.
Yeah,
every time.
Yeah.
And these are things that are just you can change that in one. That's no confidence issue.
Yeah. No, do you think it needs he needs 3 games?
Yeah.
He needs a run. We've said this a lot of people don't. There's class players that come in for one game, do terribly, get dropped.
So this is the thing. I would not be surprised to see him start up front on our next game.
I think like you said about the Merino thing.
For a couple of reasons. One, because if Merino was a striker, this wouldn't be a conversation. He'd start the next game. He'd just come on and score 2.
Yeah.
I think Trossard's better up front than Sterling, linking up the play and actually getting.
I don't hate the 3 interchanging.
Yeah, basically like that. But I mean, I reckon Sterling will still play for 2 reasons. One, it's not like surely none of us think now if we start Merino every game up front, with Gareth.
No, I think Sterling's going to start. But
exactly.
We got no one else. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. So, and on top of the fact that he does need the games, I just think we have him, right?
Yeah.
We might as well give him the best chance
to
play himself into some type of form that helps us because we have no options. If we had options, if everyone's fit, the standard he's shown, he doesn't really get another sniff.
Yeah.
Everyone's fit.
Yeah, agreed.
That's as ruthless as football is, but we haven't really got a choice. And even with the fans, a lot of the fans are getting onto him, saying get him out of my club and that stuff. And it's bro, do you support the club or not?
Yeah.
We could need this guy, even if it's just 1 goal, 1 late winner that he contributes all season. That could be the difference between.
Yeah. That could be 3 points on Liverpool, couldn't it?
That could be the difference between, closing the gap.
Yeah.
Or pushing an extra leg in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Versus not. So I don't agree with trying to basically slander your own players into the ground.
I get you.
We'll need them.
He
hasn't been good. There's no question about it.
He can definitely.
There's a difference between saying he looks maybe he might not be interested. He's playing slow, whatever. There's a difference between criticising him as a player and just going online saying the guy's washed, get him out of my club.
Yeah. It's silly, isn't it? And look,
silly.
Merino did great to score them finishes, right? 90 minutes, I don't see him offering too much up front. Do you know what I mean?
No,
He can finish, right? Great. We know that now.
He couldn't
That's great.
start up front.
That's what I mean. He's going to be used as 65 minutes.
That's the option now. Like,
Yeah, because
they're 100% starting. They're starting.
Not going to happen. And
But then what happens when he comes off and we haven't got a goal? Then we've got no option.
Yeah.
He's the option where you go, it's 65 minutes against West Ham, which it is at the weekend. We need to get the ball in the box.
It's perfect.
So we need someone to put the ball in the goal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's him.
Yeah,
So
you hope that your guys that start can get us in the lead by 60s, and then it's
Exactly.
fine. If not, give him
Yeah.
good 20-25 minutes to come on and get on the end of some crosses, and that
will be the tactic. Yeah.
Like, I can't see him. I mean, if he keeps banging on the door, then it's different.
Yeah.
But after just that 20-minute cameo, I don't think that automatically means he needs to be the starting striker.
completely agreed.
Yeah. Let's just want to go over the injuries we have. Okay. Just a couple. Martinelli, at least 1 month.
Yep.
Saka, I believe 2 months.
Yeah.
They're saying, what, two months from now?
From like last week, apparently, yeah.
I thought they were saying both of them similar time.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think I think they will ease Saka in so slowly. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays many games this season. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, okay, well, Saka, like 6 weeks to 2 months. Havertz and Jesus out for the season.
Done.
Okay, so we spoke about Merino. Realistically, he's not going to be a starting striker.
Yeah.
Realistically, it's going to be Trossard, Sterling and Nwaneri
Yeah.
if they all stay fit. Do you think there's actual reason to look at a free agent?
I looked at the free agents the other day.
Did you?
It's not great.
That's the thing. I don't
not
know who's
great.
there, but
It's
really
like-
depends who is there.
Like Carlos Vela, do you remember who used to play for Arsenal?
Carlos Vela?
Yeah.
He played for Arsenal about 10 years ago.
Exactly. Diego Costa.
Oh,
Like, do you know what I mean?
we couldn't have him even if he was in his prime because the hatred there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No,
I'd love him in his prime, but
you can't.
Yeah, but I don't think the club could.
I get it. Like, do we just get a body in? But what's the point if they're shit? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather Calafiori up front.
Yeah, but we had I'm pretty sure we had a really young player. I can't remember his name on the weekend on the bench.
Butler, O'Day.
Was he a striker?
He's a striker. Yeah.
So
I think
it's either
people
him-
like that you got to start.
Yeah.
If
So you'd prefer him over a free agent?
I would.
depends on the free agent.
Yeah.
But if it's a Carlos Vela, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's no
Yeah.
disrespect to Carlos
Yeah.
Vela, but he can't surely be ready to come in the Premier and make an impact.
Yeah.
Whereas this kid, I don't know him, but we've seen what's happened with,
Rashford.
this season. Two kids that we put on. Yeah, Rashford. That was a great example. It's exactly the same injury crisis. Like, all right, we have to use him. He's going to be good. You know the levels coming through academy.
Yeah.
He's going to be good. Does he mean he's Prem good? We don't know, but it's worth a shot.
That's what you need. You need to be tuning up against West Ham at 75 minutes. You can go, right,
That's the
19-year-olds,
time.
go give it a go.
Wasn't the chance for that. 'Cause
No.
he needed a goal.
Yeah.
But literally 2-0 up, comfy. Give him 10 minutes and see what he does.
How often are we going to be tuning up comfy, though, from now to the end
It's
of the season?
It's West Ham next week, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. We
should win.
at home, isn't
At
it?
home, isn't it?
Yeah.
We should be beating West Ham.
Yeah, who knows, though?
Literally, who knows?
So in terms of the starting 11, right?
Yeah.
For the rest of the season.
Yeah.
So we've sort of got it now, how we think it should be.
Yeah.
Like we said with the front three, and the rest of the team sort of picks itself.
I think it'll be the fullbacks will become
A question.
conversation.
Well, Ben White was on the bench.
Well, this is the thing.
And Calafiori, so obviously.
Ben White on the overlap is another attack. Do you remember, he
Yeah.
got 8 assists when he was just getting around Saka, putting it in the box. That is a real option. You think Lewis Skelly's quality, right? Calafiori is an aggressive. You put maybe for one game White and Calafiori on at fullback. That's
Just
like
as
2
good.
more wingers.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That is a good option, I think, that we have.
Yeah, I think those two positions will be up for debate, and that's probably the only place where Arteta has.
Put Lewis Skelly in
options.
midfield.
I mean, he basically goes in there now,
He's a
doesn't
midfielder.
we've got the midfield.
Exactly. Oh, we get Party on the bench.
We need one of them
think he was great
one
at
of them
the weekend.
fullbacks
He
needs
weren't great
to.
at the weekend, but he has had a good season.
If I'm Timber or Calafiori, I'm
I
saying
just don't rate Partey. It's mad.
Nah.
he's so good, man.
Bro,
That's
I'm telling
not.
you.
That's
Oh my
waffle.
God.
That is waffle.
He's
Partey's so good, man.
so
He's
waffle.
had probably one of his best seasons.
Right, you
in
say
an Arsenal
this,
shirt.
and then you watch the Arsenal games. Who loses the ball the most? Partey.
He doesn't know.
Yeah, he does. He
No, he
does.
doesn't.
He
Let's
does.
say he weren't
He's a
great.
baller, bro.
Like,
He's a baller.
When he has a game where he loses the ball a lot, like Leicester, obviously it don't look great. But bro, the way he starts plays, it's the position. When you play as a 6, you can go under the radar.
He's so much more composed and good on the ball, right decisions at the right time, more than people give him credit.
I get that, but we played fucking Leicester, and he's the one that loses the ball the most. Like that is washed.
Did he even have a bad game?
He wasn't good. I'm not even being like it wasn't.
If Rice has a bad game, we're not all saying Rice is like terrible and like he like.
Because that's my guy.
By the way, he's an injury waiting to happen.
Rice.
He looks knackered every single game.
Yeah.
And he's getting no rest.
Yeah,
he's done.
Yeah.
Like that's another thing. Like, are we just going to should we expect more injuries now because we've literally
Absolutely.
It's a massive worry.
other than the fullback areas because we've got about 10.
It, like, I wouldn't go as far as saying expecting, but we cannot be surprised.
Bro, Trossard gets injured, Tierney's left wing. Like I'm not even joking. What else do you do?
Merino started and then
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Or just put if I'm Timber or Calafiori, I'm saying to Arteta, just this week in training, let me go as one of the front three.
Yeah, Calafiori just runs. He has like a homing missile.
Only playing as a 9, surely.
He could though. He could.
Like that's
or stick him centre off. I'm telling you, Gabriel or Saliba, one of them can do bits up front.
This is the thing. This is the Merino thing, right?
They could.
Arsenal,
I'm telling you,
Arsenal
they could.
are great at build up and have people like Nwaneri who can put the ball on a plate. Just get someone who can header it.
Yeah.
I think all of them can do. Like all these guys can do a job if we've got 20 minutes to go.
It's starting it.
It's starting a game.
Yeah.
But that should be our tactic. Like, start with their front three, who who are better at the build-up play. Sterling, Trossard, Nwaneri, and then we've always got the option of
Calafiori just to run at someone.
Timber winger. Like,
I just completely get you.
If you go from the tactic of we're just going to start one of these guys up front.
Yeah,
and you will change the whole way we play.
No, you can't.
Then it would have to be
you can't start.
From the start, and it's completely different.
When 1 month when Martinelli comes back, does he go in for Sterling? I'm presuming it just makes the most sense. That's where we're seeing it.
It's not. I don't even think that's the biggest upgrade in the world, but we would take it right now.
That's an upgrade.
It's an upgrade.
It's an upgrade.
I'm taking it,
but it's not like Saka to start. Do you know what I mean?
I'm taking it more because it just gives us a breather and not
100%.
Like, if one of these gets injured, we're done. I'm not looking at it thinking it's a crazy.
Yeah. No, I completely agree.
It gives us space. But one thing I will say is, I had a conversation with one of my friends at the weekend about the manager.
Yeah.
Because he was asking for the manager to leave a couple of weeks ago.
Name and shame, dickhead.
He would not be my friend anymore.
He watches this podcast as well, so
does he?
He knows who it is. Waste man.
It's mad because I started seeing. Obviously, it's died down recently, but every time we get a bad result or like drop points or whatever, you see the Arteta questions come out and people come out in numbers, and anyone who says that is either just ungrateful or hasn't got a clue about football.
Unknowledgeable.
Because
agree.
That team,
or both.
This team, there's no reason for this team to be remotely in the title race with our injuries.
100%.
When everyone's back, arguably the best team in the league. Currently, this team isn't. I don't know. I don't know if you can confidently say it's the second best squad in the Premier League right now with the injuries.
With the injuries, no way.
No way.
I'd say Liverpool, but with the current injuries, I wouldn't even say we're second best.
No.
I'd
say Liverpool, City, even at the moment, City are probably better than us in terms of the squad. Chelsea.
Even look at Newcastle. Like their midfield and attack, do you know what I mean? Like,
The current squad has no right to be in a title race still.
Completely agree.
Somehow, week on week, Arteta's keeping it alive. Whatever happens at the end of the season, we don't know. But the fact that he's keeping that team with that front three, with that many injuries, in the title race, he's genius.
It's crazy.
Like, he went to Leicester away with basically none of his preferred forward options and won 2-0.
Yeah.
Somehow
played our third choice midfielder up front. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Tactically, what he's doing is insane. And it's, in the Premier League, we know the competition's so high. You can't just rock up to away grounds and win.
Correct.
No matter who they are.
Correct.
So you've got to give him credit where it's due. But when we win, no one gives him credit.
No
one gives him credit. When we lose,
there was no credit. There's been no credit for Arteta putting Merino up front.
No,
it's
Merino
been well done, Merino.
Merino deserves his flowers fully. That's probably his best moment in an Arsenal shirt this season.
But if he had done nothing or missed a sitter, everyone would be going, Arteta's an idiot. Why don't you put someone else up front?
The only thing against, like, you can argue your point there is when we did drop our games, we had a better squad. Like, when we've dropped a lot of our points, we had a better squad, minus Odegaard.
I agree.
Early in the season.
But it's been at like a lot of the points in the season, we've had one of our best players gone.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams have that.
Yeah, they do. But
Spurs, Liverpool haven't. No, that's why they're top.
if you now take, that's what I mean. If you now take out Chiesa, Gakpo, Diaz, Jota off the front three,
just take out Salah.
Or just take out Salah.
Yeah. Rodri, City, Arsenal, Saka.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
If you take out Salah from Liverpool's team, I mean, it'd be an interesting.
Yeah, I mean, they've still got good backup, but you take out Salah and the one other maybe.
But you just see how many times he's been the one to score the
winner
or get like the goal. Like he always scores, always assists. You take that out, that'd be a huge loss, and that's what we had in Saka basically.
Yeah,
we had to go without that. We had Odegaard missing for 3 months.
Yeah, forget about that.
Crazy. And can I just say, regarding like title race, I don't know if I speak for everyone, but I'm kind of like, I don't think we're going to win it anymore. So I'm kind of more relaxed. If Liverpool now lose a game, I'll be right back in. Yeah. Liverpool fans are pranging out.
Yeah, they are.
That.
Because they've got their full squad, and these games, even the Wolves, it was Wolves on the weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And
that last 20 minutes,
they're still not like convincing me with these wins.
It's a fun position to be in because I look at Liverpool fans and think, why are you stressing? Like, this is your league.
Expectations on you now.
There's no reason to not win the league, but with that comes pressure.
Yeah.
They know that we have no pressure because of our squad. If we had everyone fit with 7 points, we'd still be expecting them to. We'd still be thinking you guys need to go on and win every single game and see what happens. With the team we have, it's kind of like we don't expect anything.
Correct.
But Liverpool fans, the reactions are a bit interesting. Like I don't see confidence in them.
And bro, they've got Villa, City, Newcastle next 3 games.
Yeah, the games are in our favour, definitely.
I mean, the next 3 games are tough. If they can win those 3, then I'd probably say they're gonna that'll take them very close. Like,
I'm doing that thing now where I'll go, it's all yours, Liverpool, and then when they drop again, I'll be like, right, here we go.
Yeah, Villa. Who else?
Villa, City, Newcastle next 3 games. That's rank.
City, Newcastle.
That is rank.
I mean, that's make or break. If they win those, that's
100%.
You can give them
they have City next though, don't they?
Villa Wednesday night.
Oh, Wednesday, yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah.
City at the weekend, then Newcastle.
Ooh.
Again, I think they'll win it.
Yeah.
That's fine. But a little cheeky Villa, a little cheeky Newcastle.
This is the thing. It's like, obviously, let's say they lose against Villa.
Yeah.
It's still their title to win, but it's
still
the pressure it causes. It's like, right, you've gone from 7 points to potentially 4 points now.
And do you know what they did? They watched the Arsenal game, horrible game, saw Merino scored 2, and like, that's really pissed me off.
Yeah.
Then last 20 minutes against Wolves was, I'm not a Liverpool fan, it was horrible to watch.
Yeah.
I was thinking from a Liverpool perspective. Yeah. So then you start to panic, don't you?
It's exactly what happened to us 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, completely.
8 points or so.
Completely.
As soon as what did we do? We drew 1 game.
Lost.
Like we drew 2
Southampton and
against.
Yeah.
And then we just drew.
Yes.
And you could just see mentally it was like the pressure was.
Yeah.
That's real. So those 3 games, if they win those, then I don't really see them having a blip. But let's say they drop points against Villa, because a draw doesn't do much. If they draw against Villa, you'll see the shift.
Yeah.
Especially if Arsenal back it with.
And then City will come at them and be like, right,
Okay,
they've been on good form.
Yeah. Newcastle.
Yeah.
Squad, man.
Be exciting, man.
It'd be interesting.
Like you say, it's a nice position to be in. I'm not anymore like, oh, come on, we're going to get...
Yeah. We can't get the bottle shout, really, unless they drop loads of points and we don't get any.
Which might happen.
Yeah. Right, let's go.
That'd be the saddest.
It will,
They win half their games.
They lose the next 3 games, we go in top and then bottle it.
There was half of me at Leicester that was like, when it was dragging on 75-0, I was thinking, right, let's just... It can be done today if we just don't win.
Yeah.
Kind of mentally
You're annoyed that we won,
I wasn't annoyed because it keeps me going, but then it's like... Now I'm in this.
Got to stress again next weekend.
They're giving us hope.
Yeah, they are.
It's the hope. I can see Liverpool dropping points, and we just back out by dropping points.
Yeah.
And that will hurt the most.
Bro, next week
Sterling missing open goals, man.
Next week when they've faced Villa and City, we could be sitting having a different conversation.
We'll see. But let's leave Arsenal.